Okay. Joe, please. Yeah. Page number 6. Yeah. Page number 6. Yeah. Page
Okay.
number 6.
We'll start our prayers.
Prayer book. Yeah.
In the prayer book, page number 6. To the Buddha, Dharma, and Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. To the Buddha, Dharma, and Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. To the Buddha, Dharma, and Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. Page 11.
Yeah.
May all sentient beings achieve extraordinary superior happiness. May all sentient beings be free from the unbearable sea of suffering. May all sentient beings never be parted from the bliss of supreme liberation. May all sentient beings be free of all bias, attachment and anger to near ones, and aversion to others. On page 12, 7-limb prayer. Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actually offered and mentally transformed. I confess all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until samsara ends, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of others and myself to the great enlightenment.
Yeah, no, Heart Sutra 3 times. Yeah.
Okay. Page 14, Heart Sutra.
Yeah.
We will recite the complete sutra 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay. Thus have I heard, once the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha at Vulture Peak Mountain, together with a great gathering of the Sangha of monks and a great gathering of the Sangha of Bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One entered the samadhi that expresses the Dharma called profound illumination. And at the same time, noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, while practicing the profound Prajna Paramita, saw in this way. He saw the 5 skandhas to be empty of nature. Then, through the power of the Buddha, Venerable Shariputra said to noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, how should a son or daughter of noble family train who wishes to practice the profound Prajna Paramita? Addressed in this way, noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, said to Venerable Shariputra, O Shariputra, a son or daughter of noble family who wishes to practice the profound Prajna Paramita should see in this way, seeing the 5 skandhas to be empty of nature. Form is emptiness, emptiness also is form. Emptiness is no other than form, form is no other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, perception, formation, and consciousness are emptiness. Thus, Shariputra, all dharmas are emptiness. There are no characteristics. There is no birth and no cessation. There is no impurity and no purity. There is no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no perception, no formation, no consciousness. No eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind. No appearance, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch. No dharmas, no I dhatu, up to no mind dhatu. No dhatu of dharmas, no mind consciousness dhatu. No ignorance, no end of ignorance, up to no old age and death, no end of old age and death. No suffering, no origin of suffering, no cessation of suffering. No path, no wisdom, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, since the Bodhisattvas have no attainment, they abide by means of Prajna Paramita. Since there is no obscuration of mind, there is no fear. They transcend falsity and attain complete nirvana. All the Buddhas of the three times by means of Prajnaparamita fully awakened to unsurpassable, true, complete enlightenment. Therefore, the great mantra of Prajnaparamita, the mantra of great insight, the unsurpassed mantra, the unequaled mantra, the mantra that calms all suffering, should be known as truth since there is no deception. The Prajnaparamita mantra is said in this way. Tayata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Soha. Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, should train in the profound Prajnaparamita. Then the Blessed One arose from that samadhi and praised noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, saying, Good, good, O son of noble family, thus it is. O son of noble family, thus it is. One should practice the profound Prajnaparamita just as you have taught, and all the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One has said this, Venerable Shariputra and noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, that whole assembly and the world with its gods, humans, asuras, and Gandharvas rejoiced and praised the words of the Blessed One. Page 14. Thus have I heard, once the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha at Vulture Peak Mountain, together with a great gathering of the Sangha of monks and a great gathering of the Sangha of Bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One entered the samadhi that expresses the Dharma called profound illumination. And at the same time, noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, while practicing the profound Prajnaparamita, saw in this way. He saw the five skandhas to be empty of nature. Then through the power of the Buddha, Venerable Shariputra said to noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, How should a son or daughter of noble family train who wishes to practice the profound Prajnaparamita? Addressed in this way, noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, said to Venerable Shariputra, O Shariputra, a son or daughter of noble family who wishes to practice the profound Prajnaparamita should see in this way, seeing the five skandhas to be empty of nature. Form is emptiness, emptiness also is form. Emptiness is no other than form, form is no other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, perception, formation, and consciousness are emptiness. Thus, Shariputra, all dharmas are emptiness. There are no characteristics. There is no birth, no cessation. There is no impurity and no purity. There is no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no perception, no formation, no consciousness. No eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind. No appearance, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no dharmas. No I dhatu up to no mind dhatu. No dhatu of dharmas, no mind consciousness dhatu. No ignorance, no end of ignorance up to no old age and death. No end of old age and death. No suffering, no origin of suffering, no cessation of suffering. No path, no wisdom, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, since the Bodhisattvas have no attainment, they abide by means of Prajnaparamita. Since there is no obscuration of mind, there is no fear. They transcend falsity and attain complete nirvana. All the Buddhas of the three times, by means of Prajnaparamita, fully awaken to unsurpassable, true, complete enlightenment. Therefore, the great mantra of Prajnaparamita, the mantra of great insight, the unsurpassed mantra, the unequaled mantra, the mantra that calms all suffering, should be known as truth, since there is no deception. The Prajnaparamita mantra is said in this way. Tayata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Soha. Thus Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, should train in the profound Prajnaparamita. Then the Blessed One arose from that samadhi and praised noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, saying, Good, good, O son of noble family, thus it is. O son of noble family, thus it is. One should practice the profound Prajnaparamita just as you have taught, and all the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One has said this, Venerable Shariputra and noble Avalokiteshvara, Mahasattva, that whole assembly and the world with its gods, humans, asuras, and Gandharvas rejoiced and praised the words of the Blessed One. One more time, page 14. Thus have I heard, once the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha at Vulture Peak Mountain, together with a great gathering of the Sangha of monks and a great gathering of the Sangha of Bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One entered the Samadhi that expresses the Dharma called profound illumination. And at the same time, noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, while practicing the profound Prajnaparamita, saw in this way. He saw the five skandhas to be empty of nature. Then, through the power of the Buddha, Venerable Shariputra said to noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, how should a son or daughter of noble family train who wishes to practice the profound Prajnaparamita? Addressed in this way, noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, said to Venerable Shariputra, O Shariputra, a son or daughter of noble family who wishes to practice the profound Prajnaparamita should see in this way, seeing the five skandhas to be empty of nature. Form is emptiness, emptiness also is form. Emptiness is no other than form, form is no other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, perception, formation, and consciousness are emptiness. Thus, Shariputra, all dharmas are emptiness. There are no characteristics. There is no birth and no cessation. There is no impurity and no purity. There is no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no perception, no formation, no consciousness. No eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind. No appearance, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch. No dharmas, no eye dhatu up to no mind dhatu. No dhatu of dharmas, no mind consciousness dhatu. No ignorance, no end of ignorance up to no old age and death. No end of old age and death. No suffering, no origin of suffering, no cessation of suffering. No path, no wisdom, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, since the Bodhisattvas have no attainment, they abide by means of Prajnaparamita. Since there is no obscuration of mind, there is no fear, they transcend falsity and attain complete nirvana. All the Buddhas of the three times, by means of Prajnaparamita, fully awaken to unsurpassable true complete enlightenment. Therefore, the great mantra of Prajnaparamita, the mantra of great insight, the unsurpassed mantra, the unequaled mantra, the mantra that calms all suffering should be known as truth, since there is no deception. The Prajnaparamita mantra is said in this way. Tayata Om Gate Gate Para Gate Para Samgate Bodhi Soha. Thus, Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, should train in the profound Prajnaparamita. Then the Blessed One arose from that samadhi and praised noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, saying, Good, good, O son of noble family, thus it is. O son of noble family, thus it is. One should practice the profound Prajnaparamita just as you have taught, and all the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One has said this, Venerable Shariputra and noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, that whole assembly and the world with its gods, humans, asuras, and Gandharvas rejoiced and praised the words of the Blessed One.
26, yeah.
Page 26.
Yeah, short mandala.
Short mandala. This ground, anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, four continents, sun and moon, I offer in visualization as field of Buddhas. May all sentient beings thus enjoy this pure land. Idam Guru Rana Mandalakam Niryatayami.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Yeah. Okay, then we talking continuously about the 37 practice of Bodhisattvas. Okay. Yeah. First of all, I want to tell you, yeah, Buddha himself says, subduing mind is peaceful, Subduing mind is peaceful. Simtuna dewa. Conquering mind is happiness. Buddha saying simtuna dewa. Simmatuna and conquering, then no peace, no happiness. Therefore, Buddha taught, 84,000 teachings, because there are 84 depths of negative emotions, Each depth of emotion to subdue or to conquer, Buddha taught 84,000 depths of teachings, Understand? Therefore, in order to subdue the mind, we should make connection, hearing, listening to the mind, If the listening goes along without connect to the mind, it's very difficult to subdue mind, therefore this is very important, If you can use, the understanding of teaching, the meaning of the teaching, 10% to utilize, to make connection with the mind, you can transform 10%, If you can apply that 50%, you can transform the 50%, Just hearing from here, let go from here, then very difficult. Come here, going here, come here, going here. Then we usually say in monastery, the master, sometimes masters talk emotional speech, They says, you are like sometimes become the cement brick. You understand? Cement bricks, to build a house, The cement made by cement, cement. How much you put water is harder, You put again water is harder. You put again water is harder, Then you listen, and how much you listen, mind become harder, Then sometimes a big problem. Buddha himself come here, we can transform our mind, Therefore, this is very important. Listening or hearing, connection with the mind is very important. Always say, Buddha like that, This is very important, Always we have to check, that the Buddha taught, for promote the compassion, love, tolerance, so on and so forth, their good qualities, Then sometimes we have to check, what is the percentage of your compassion, 30, 50, or 60, 70, or like that, If this is not low, that low level, not reach the high level, your percentage of compassion, then promote, to develop compassion, If compassion increasing, self-centered attitude decreasing, self-centered attitude, wisdom, understanding emptiness, understanding increasing, ignorance decreasing, Ignorance and self-centered attitude always make problem for us, Many problems comes from not knowing the reality, Many problems comes from self-centered attitude, Therefore, these two things very important to practice, Wisdom to understand the reality. We say in Buddhism teaching says emptiness, Emptiness. Then to promote, the altruistic intention, mind of enlightenment. This is the main thing, as the practitioner, to do, in daily, in the life, Then this bring us, really, really calm mind, peaceful mind, And sometimes we have problem, many problem. Also, and we usually, we usually think, we don't think what we have, We always think, what we don't have, This is one big problem, We don't care, what we have, We are expecting to what we don't have, This is one source of the problem, All this comes from the not knowing, by not knowing the understanding the reality, and the self-centered attitude, Yeah. Sometimes, yeah, for like example, somebody don't have shoes, they're going without shoes, oh yeah, this is, if this person can knows how to think, then to somebody don't have leg, oh, I'm okay, no, those shoes is okay, he has no leg, like that, this one example, if you don't have eyes but you don't have ears, but you have ears, oh, you can use ears instead of eyes, you can learn a lot, using the ear, listening, hearing, it make lot of opportunity, to make that meaningful life, yeah. Therefore, according to the Buddha's teachings, I usually say, that actually first you make today meaningful, if you cannot make today meaningful, you cannot make tomorrow meaningful, if you can make one day meaningful, you can make 1 week meaningful, 1 month you make 1 month meaningful, then whole life become meaningful, without making 1 day meaningful, impossible, to make whole life meaningful, yeah. Therefore, very important, to make today great, yeah. Yeah. This is very important, You can use, whatever according to your condition, There are many things to do, yeah. According to one's condition, there are a lot of things to do, yeah. The practice, whatever, yeah. There are many things, We have opportunity, yeah. Therefore, we usually should think, what do we have? This is very good, what do we have? We have to take care of what we have, yeah? Oh, I don't have these things, then miserable, I don't have, Yeah, this is always, good. The one way, to make happy, this life. Okay, therefore, His Holiness always says this is very important, compassion, love, tolerance. This is very important, if you want to be happy, love, to promote this positive thought, His Holiness says, I meditate, for a long time. I was used to a long time the deity meditation, it not much changed my mind, he said. After I practiced the way of Bodhisattva life, Shankideva book, after I started it, I practiced compassion, this really changed my life, transformed my life. He taught, like that, Yeah. This is, really, sometimes we don't know, many people problem, how to practice, how to develop the path, how to make the peaceful life, happy life, how to transform life, Actually, this is the base, fundamental, to practice compassion, love, tolerance, these things, love, altruistic intention, yeah. This really help a lot. Really, you can heal, from many problems, yeah. Yeah. Now, yeah, okay. Then, yeah, how meditation is so important, how wisdom enters emptiness, how much so important he is explaining here. Okay. Now, 29, 30 stanza here. Yeah, we read this, Okay. 29 from today, 29. Okay. The practice of all the Bodhisattva is to cultivate concentration which utterly transcends the four formless observations, in the knowledge that mental affliction are overcome entirely through penetrating the inside, suffused with stable calm. I read once in Tibetan, okay? Yes. Shine radu dembel hadongi nyomo number jamba shinjene sumish nanda dewa samde kompa kese lalens. Tadi from the sixth perfection, this is the fifth, yeah? From the sixth perfection, this is the fifth, perfection of the concentration, yeah? Here says, Shine radu nyomo number jamba shinjene. This is the now. Actually, the general wisdom, the concentration, no such order, no such order, but the wisdom penetrative inside should develop by the concentration, understand? Without concentration, we cannot develop the penetrative inside. We cannot develop penetrative inside, we cannot cut the ignorance, the root of the suffering, we cannot cut, Penetrated inside based on the concentration, then the wisdom can cut, the root of the suffering, ignorance, all negative emotion from the root, As I said, therefore, concentration is very, very important. Concentration, concentration. Stable calm is very important. Here, actually, there are mind of desire realm, like the mind of the form realm, mind of the formless realm, That then many practitioners before develop Buddhism, practitioner, they don't talk about liberation, they accept, the self-independent, atama, soul, self, yeah, but they want happiness, they want to be happiness. Then there's the mind of the desire realm, like the sensual pleasure. They understand this make disturb the people, they disturb themselves, understand, attaching to the food, the form, sound, sukta, smell, taste, touch, they understand, then in order to overcome, they seek, to achieve the concentration of form realm, they try to develop to be born there, the form realm, Then when they achieve this meditation, still something disturbing is there, Then they look up, the formless observation, try to be born there, There are the four observations, there are four formless observations we distinct by the object of meditation, First, the observation focused on the empty space. Then next, focus on the mind. Then third, observation focus nothing. Then this focusing, even though the concentration of the form realm, there are some object of the meditation. They make some disturbances, Then they want to they think like everything is like empty space, This there make some problem. Then there's everything is like the consciousness, Here's some problem. Then there's not discrimination, nothing object focus, Nothing object, nothing object, Yeah, they make problem, like that. Understand? In samsara, this is the situation in samsara. If cannot remove the ignorance, in samsara, the formless realm, the fourth observation is the highest in the samsara. Above it, the beyond samsara, Beyond samsara, like that, That here says, actually, when we develop path, actually use the fourth concentration. There are four actual concentration, in the form realm, This is very good base for to develop the path, especially fourth concentration. Okay. Yeah, fourth concentration. It's feelings just neutral, not happiness, not suffering, just neutral. Okay. Therefore, this says, he said here, which the utterly transcend the four formless observations, Therefore, actually, therefore don't attaching to this is the observation, Try to develop the renunciation. With the renunciation, if you can make the concentration, you understand renunciation, yeah? See the depict of samsara, see the advantages of the liberation, not just see some gross negative emotion, just seeking the cessation, the cessation of the all negative emotion, removed from the root, With this, motivation, develop the concentration, With this concentration, we can develop the wisdom, understand emptiness. Yeah. Then can cut ignorance, the root of suffering. And in order to the Buddhist teaching, according to the Sutrayana teaching, there are different approach to promote stable calm concentration. According to Vajrayana teaching, according to the lower tender teaching, there are some specific way how to promote the karma abiding. Also, according to the highest yoga teaching, there's different instruction how to develop the concentration, karma abiding, different, According to Sutra teaching, there are non-steps, non-steps, yeah. Okay. That is, we go to next, actually, there are a lot things, Next, 30 here. The practice of all the Bodhisattvas is to cultivate wisdom beyond the three conceptual spheres alongside skillful means, since it is not possible to attain the perfect level of awakening through the other paramitas alone in wisdom's absence. Yeah? Okay, here say 30 Shirameva Parichinga Yuzago Chanjotoba Minibe Tadan de Yukrosum Medago Shiragumba Gesella Lins. That here this ends number 30 emphasizing on the wisdom, understanding emptiness, Without develop the wisdom, understanding emptiness, other rest for the five perfection cannot achieve, through this perfection, with practicing this perfection, we can achieve Buddhahood, he say here, Yeah, emptiness teaching is, very, very hard for generally the common people to digest, very difficult, very difficult. Should have the merit background, some such also karmic connection. Actually, in the teaching says, the people, some people, when they hear the teaching of emptiness, automatically their tears come, and the goosebump, like the goosebump, hair stand, body, hair stand up, something special feeling, make some special feeling when they hear the teaching about emptiness. This is the right person to teach the emptiness, This person quickly can develop the path, Yeah, say like that. And Master Jandakiti, he mentioned in the intermediate way, Yeah, he mentioned like that, to develop. Therefore, this is it is, very difficult, to develop or to understand the emptiness, but it's very, very important key point, very, very important for somebody who want to achieve Buddhahood, It's very, very important, to develop, First, when you practice emptiness, you don't think, you no need to be confused, but you should think, like this example, this paper, this paper. In order to become this paper, we should have tree, We should, in order to tree, we should have the rain, sunlight, fertilization, yeah. This is the reality of this paper, yeah. Yeah, you should think about this way, Then it makes sense, for you, how to understand about emptiness, for the beginning people, beginning level, Then you say this paper become itself, It cannot exist by itself, That behind of it there are many things, many history, many long process, to become this paper, This is the reality of this paper, yeah. This is the emptiness of this paper. We should have, without we have tree, we don't have paper, yeah. In order to have tree, we should have the sunlight, rain, yeah. Without ocean, there is no rain, yeah. There is circulation, yeah. Yeah, if you can think about this, this is you can understand the reality of this paper. This is the reality, emptiness of this paper, yeah. Same, our life, My happiness, your happiness depends on your family, yeah. Your neighbor, yeah. Your country, yeah. Same, yeah. Your suffering also depends on around you, yeah. The people, yeah. Your happiness depends on them, yeah. This is the reality. This is the explaining about emptiness, yeah, shunyata, yeah. This is the benefit to understand, yeah. Then, therefore, my happiness depends on other. If I make to others make happy, I become happy, If I make suffering for other, I'm unhappy, yeah. This is the reality, yeah. This is therefore my happiness does not exist independently, yeah. My happiness depends on others, This is we understand, make the sense, yeah, about, explain about emptiness, This is for the beginner people, Think by this way, try to understand, try to digest emptiness, Then sometimes you yourself develop enough the merit, then you can realize the real emptiness, yeah. At that moment, then you say, when you see something ugly, something appears to you ugly, you understand, this is just appearance. But behind of it, there's something good information, yeah? or something your beauty or behind of it, something maybe bad information happening. Therefore appearance is not reality. There nothing exists without dependent cause and condition. Everything produced by cause and condition. Therefore nothing exists independently from itself. This is the way to understand emptiness. Happiness comes. This is then today's very also today this modern era, very clear, to interdependent, everything, Today here in Europe they are start a war. In US petrol price increasing. The US the problem, other China, India problem. Everything shopping increasing. They're dependent, everything to each other. This is the how we think, about emptiness. Therefore the view of emptiness, understanding of emptiness is the very important key thing to develop the compassion and love. Why we have to develop a compassion? Because the emptiness, because I have to develop my compassion because my happiness depends on others. This very connection, emptiness teaching and the compassion teaching very to each other, very connected. Then why we develop compassion, all the intention is very reasonable, There are sound base, sound base, This is today, especially this modern era, whether you are Buddhist or not Buddhist, it doesn't matter. But to understand, some subject, some subject of teaching of Buddha is very useful in this modern time, very useful, also very useful for person, to make meaningful life, to make mind peaceful, calm mind, Buddha teaching says always all problem comes from oneself. One's own mind, Therefore, you subdue your mind. You care your mind. Take care your mind, Your mind happy. You can transform your mind, transform you. If you can transform your mind, you cannot transform yourself, They're always watching mind. How mind does work. How mind works, always watching, Is mind work badly, Lamsan try to control, to right way, Then really start happy, peaceful life, Yourself, also family, neighbor, co-worker, finally the nation, there's His Holiness always say, the general, we really, something is missing in the education system. He will always say, we're missing one thing in education system. Now we should put in the education system the subject secular ethic. Secular ethic, we should put in the subject in education system. How to this is the secular, the common things, the compassion, love, tolerance, these things, these things in the kindergarten, in the school, that the young generation start about this topic, then can change the world, He always say like that, Even though people, skeptic people, they're also experiencing compassion, Without mother's love and compassion, they cannot survive. Yeah, when they are dying, also require the others' love and compassion. Yeah, in the nursing home. Yeah, we see. I know. If there is no love and compassion, the nursing home, the patient is a big problem. Yeah, they don't. They always, they when beginning love and compassion is very important. At the end of love, also love and compassion very important. Then why we don't neglect, between these, the love and compassion? No reason, yeah. Yeah. Therefore, he says, we should put education system, secular ethic to how to promote love and compassion and tolerance. Many schools today practice, yeah. Many schools put in their education system this subject, Then the leader come from young generation, yeah. Future leader comes from young generation. If they learn from the benefit of love and compassion, yeah, then the world become peaceful, yeah. It's very meaningful, Yeah. Okay. I read the next one. 31, okay. Here say, he says, the practice of all the Bodhisattvas is to security yeah, oneself continuously and to rid oneself of faults whenever they appear. For unless one checks carefully to find one's own confusion, one may appear to be practicing Dharma but act against it. Yeah. Yes, Kaga. Shiramen tabdan deju korsum midogbe shiragun ba gesela lenis. Also, you please, maybe you understand. Yeah, I forgot this to tell. You understand the three conceptual spheres? You understand? Three conceptual spheres. Yeah, three conceptual spheres. Korsum. Korsum means when you practice generosity, you and the generosity, and the things. This is the three spheres. Understand? Then when you are giving something to somebody, you should think the generosity itself not independent, dependent. It depends cause and condition. I'm giver also not independent, dependent, cause and condition. Understand? Also the thing itself, money or whatever, is also not independent, dependent, cause and condition. If you with the thought of this, if you give some small thing, but it give big result, very big result. Therefore, okay, this is the way how to practice. This similarly, you use tolerance, morality, everything. You can use these things. Okay. Then next, okay, yeah. Here says, Rang Tuva Rang Madana Chibesuki Chimi Chisebe, Tirang Gun Tirang Tuvala, Tijun Rang Tuvala. Danebo Geselani, Rang Tuva Rang Madanas, Chibesuki Chimi Chisibes, Tijun Rang Tuvala, Danebo Geselani. This is really instruction, yeah? Very, very nice instruction, yeah? For the practitioner, yeah? This is talking hypocrisy, Sometimes hypocrisy is talking, yeah. Sometimes you actually don't have the real practitioner. You real practice, Some they don't practice. They really they don't have some sort of the inside, realization they don't have, yeah. But pretend, to show, to have some special quality or whatever, something, yeah. Therefore, always whatever you are doing, at the beginning, you should check your motivation. You have right motivation or wrong motivation, If you are wrong motivation, even though you are doing some short dharmic activity, it is not effective, If you are right motivation, then whatever you do, it becomes meaningful, yeah. This is talking here, Therefore, always to check motivation, it's very important, yeah. He says here, many says, yeah, therefore many Kadamba Geshe, some special one Kadamba Geshe, he's very great practitioner. He says, my job is to guard my mind. My job is to guard my mind. I always guarding at the door of my mind with the sword. Understand? Yeah. I'm always standing at the door of my mind with the sword. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is actually talking whatever you are doing before. You should check the motivation, It's diluted or right, no? It's something impure motivation, then you should check, correction, to change, motivation from the bad to the good, Yeah, then practice, this is yeah, then very good, meaningful, yeah. He say here. Then 33, yeah. 33, yeah. 32. Okay. 32. The practice of the Bodhisattva is never to speak ill of others who have embarked upon the greater vehicle. For if, under the influence of the destructive emotions, I speak of other Bodhisattvas failing, it is I who am at fault. Yeah. 32. Nyeballen nyomowangi Geshe shenda kisa nyeballen danyi nyamjuwe tekwa chela shukwa kansagi nyebamema Geshe lalins. Yeah, this is always we don't speak about others' fault, we should speak others' good quality, this is our habit, yeah. We usually talk our others' fault, yeah. Habit, yeah. This is the habit, ordinary people habit, people like to talk others the fault, yeah. He say, we don't speak others' fault, about others' fault. You should talk your fault, yeah. He say, yeah, therefore sometimes say that nyemo Geshe shinda nyebalena danyi nyamchirwes. Geshe shindagi nyebalena tanyam yuves. Therefore we usually say, yeah, in the Dharma, we don't know, who is, who it is, we don't know, sometimes people, many the Bodhisattva emanation, if you talk about the something criticized to the Bodhisattva, like, he say, Tekwachila Shubha Kansa means the practitioner Mayana, people develop the compassion, then you really, Lord, accumulate the cause of suffering, yeah? He say here, you will suffer, it cannot make problem to others, it makes problem to you, if you talk about, negative fault of others, they will always try to, sometimes we in monastery, sometimes I feel, some my community when we live in monastery, you check, about around you, your friends among your classmates, some students are very beautiful, always talk about good quality from positive side. Always talk from the positive side. Oh, he's very good, He's very good, What is he has this quality, He never talk, the negative side, Always talk the positive side, Then we see when we see this person, some fascinating, this person, yeah, fascinating, attractive, this person, yeah. Oh, this person is very beautiful, Then if somebody talk him, about the others negative, others fault, then he don't listen, go away, not listen, Somebody's like that, Yeah, this is the behavior of Bodhisattva. Therefore, he says, reduce, condemn, We say, we usually say here, condemn, to others, to complain, to others, to talk for others, Actually, we should talk, that now it's time, to talk our own fault, then change it, then we ourselves transform, very happy, become happy, yeah. This is his advice for us, okay? This master. And now 33, yeah? I read once more. No time? Okay. Yeah, question, yeah. Okay, 5 minutes, please keep question, yeah.
I would just like some very practical advice for how during the day to bring oneself back to the Dharma. A mantra, what do we do practically in order to bring our concentration back? When something happens, when someone is nasty, when we're trying to get it together, is there something we could do? What are the skills that we need to bring ourselves back?
Somebody back to Dharma?
Very pragmatic. Do we chant a mantra? What do we do to get ourselves back again, level, even? You see what I'm trying to say?
You mean
what happens is what I'm finding is that I can do the prayers in the morning, do them at night, and then during the day, I sometimes don't know how exactly to bring my mind back. Do I recite a mantra? Do I recite a prayer? What do I do practically during the day when I'm confronted with a real problem?
You say how to practice, yeah? How to, in one day?
During the day, something happens. What do I do?
Something.
Somebody in your office says something mean to you, and now you feel upset.
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
come to your center so you're not affected by that?
Yeah. You say, maybe I think you're asking how to practice tolerance. Yeah. This is. Did you read before the way of Bodhisattva love, which is written by Shangdi Deva Master? Did you read?
He's asking about the way of Bodhisattva, the book by Shantideva.
You should read the chapter number 6. You should read chapter number 6. Okay? Really. Then anger cannot speak. He's debating with anger. A lot debating in this book with anger. Then finally anger cannot speak. Just remain silent. Okay? This is very important. You should read this chapter number 6. Okay?
But, Geshe-la, so
Chapter, I think that's the place where Shantideva says, just be like a piece of wood, right? Don't react.
Hmm?
Isn't that?
Yeah, this is the not chapter number 6. This is the chapter number 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
mind then.
This is the about the talking about vigilant. You should chapter number 6, okay? Should read chapter number 6. You can learn a lot. Really, it will help you to change.
But if you don't react, so one person
If you don't, somebody gets you upset, right? And you don't say
Mm.
anything, you don't react.
Yeah.
On the
In,
outside, but then what do you do
But
on
you do
the
it
inside?
inside. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm asking.
in this book, you know, in
This book
says, if you develop anger, you know, even though he says, shedan sungu simjana yin dewa nyime yuseme, somebody also, if you somebody develop anger you, if you respond the same way, increase anger. Okay, you get more problem. You cannot reduce problem. You make multiple problem. Also, if you develop anger, you have no taste to your food. If you develop anger, you cannot sleep well at night. Okay? Yeah. That's starting point from this year.
One thing that I read, and it seems to be working at times, is to look at the mind as a 2-year-old that constantly has to be monitored. And if you treat your mind as that of a 2-year-old, when you start to wander, you can come back to center because you recognize that the 2-year-old has gotten out of control. So it's kind of like trying to keep the bad things and the stray thoughts from taking you off your mission, to be loving, to not take everything and absorb the bad energy with that. So it's kind of like, in a way, like ignoring what's going on, but then at the same time realizing that your mind wants to be all over the place and just try to center. I mean, that's what I'm learning or coming to grips with, that sometimes our mind will take us on a trip that we
Sure.
don't want to go on, we
Yeah.
don't plan on it, and we have the power
Yeah.
with
yeah.
just another thought
Yeah.
to bring it back into
Sure.
positive
Yeah.
energy or back into where we
Yeah.
want to be.
Focus, concentration. Yeah. Sometimes you say your mind wander somewhere else. He's talking about this. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, like when someone upsets you at work or in something that you're doing, sometimes your mind can just run off.
Yeah. This is it.
And if you don't kind of realize what's recognized,
Yeah.
then you get absorbed by
Yeah.
negative energy,
Yeah.
not realizing
Yeah.
that it's that 2-year-old in you that wants to.
Sure. Yeah, that's what we say monkey mind. Monkey mind, crazy elephant. We give different two names to the mind. Sometimes say crazy elephant. Sometimes monkey. Monkey. Yeah. If we let crazy elephant go in the street, it destroy a lot of things, you know. Even they kill human being, yeah. Therefore, tethered crazy elephant with the mindfulness and the vigilance. Okay? The mind is going, if somebody is something or chasing to the negative thought, then you should think, you know, or the past the consequence, you know, of the negative emotion, you know. Then it can pull back, you know. Always using the mindfulness and the vigilance, you know. Or mind's there with mind's there with me or not, you know. It's going, well, what for? It's going, you know. Or it's going for something good. It's okay, let it go some good, you know, some wholesomeness, you know. That's okay, you know. Then it is going for something unwholesomeness, you pull back. with using the mindfulness, vigilance, Yeah, always check, no mind is there with you or not, open. Yeah, vigilance like awareness, Shishin. Shishin means like the guard, God, God like police, Police watch, the thief is coming or not, like some criminal coming or not, Mindfulness is the remembering the good information, the depict of negative, karma or effect of the positive karma, Yeah.
Say something? So, this is what I've learned with my researches about the spiritual, is that we incarnate into these forms, into these bodies, with one purpose, and it's to live this life to remember that we are spiritual beings. Until then, we're going to live the life, we're going to go through all of these emotions and all of these things that we do go through. Once we realize that we are here and we are spiritual, that's all that matters. Nothing else matters in the world but knowing that we are spiritual, knowing that we are here to remember that and to love one another, to help one another, because that's what we are for, what we're here for. That is when you go into mindfulness. So I learned this when I lost my vision. I'm sorry for changing for getting, but when I lost my vision, I was alone in the van. I became homeless, and that's where I became one with myself. I started asking myself, what's my purpose here? What am I here for? And I realized that we come here to experience life and to go through these emotions, and it's all about learning that we are spiritual. Once we learn that we are spiritual and that's what we're here for, everything else doesn't affect us. I've learned not to let anything affect me, because it's all about me being in the moment all the time. I mean, it's just always knowing that that's what we're here. I mean, everything that's going on in the world right now is just an experience that we come here to have. The rest of the world, with all this hatred and negativity, it's what makes it hard for us to be one with ourselves and to help one another, to see that we are all here to help each other, to love each other. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, it's all along the same theme. I mean, it's like we're all saying, in a sense, the same thing.
Yeah, and
that goes with vigilance
mm-hmm.
and being mindful and appreciative.
Mm-hmm. And to the lady that asked about how do we get back, is know if somebody is being angry or showing those type of negative emotions, that's just a projection of what they're feeling in their life. The anger that they're going through because their life isn't going the way they would like it to go. So they're just projecting that anger onto you. So if you realize that that is just a projection and there's nothing that you have done to cause that, then that should help to realize, oh, that's just them being angry with themselves.
In response to your question
Thank you.
of what to do in the moment, when you
Yes.
say, like, you say your prayers in the morning, and then you're going through your day and you run into a problem, and what do you do?
Exactly.
I have found it very helpful to remember that others will always show you exactly where you're stuck. So your reaction is actually the problem, like your affliction, your reaction. So remember to put it on the path, to transform it right then and there. But if we didn't have other people provoking us, I don't think we would ever develop beyond our ego. So you could be grateful for every opportunity.
The situation that I was talking about was my husband has dementia, Parkinson's dementia, and so I deal constantly with that. And he comes at me with all sorts of things, and developing patience in that context is not easy. It really
Patience.
is.
Patience,
It's really hard.
yeah. But remember, what is patience?
Yeah, what is
Patience?
Yeah, what is it?
Accepting suffering. It makes it a little easier. It's not just waiting to get what you want. I mean, it's patience to find and much broader, addressing a lot of other sort of difficulties. So you're accepting suffering. That's patience. It makes it easier, right? A little easier.
So when you say accepting suffering, you're talking about accepting that the other person is suffering, but also that the words and the things they're doing also affect you too.
That's what you're accepting your
And
suffering.
everybody has limits.
Amen.
And that's our challenge.
So it's recognizing your boundaries, your limits.
No, yeah,
So
we'll
thank
debate.
your husband for being a good teacher.
And also having somebody that's kind of been through that, my mother, real early. But keep in mind too, it's not really them.
No.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
I mean, my mother swore like a sailor at the end, and you would have never.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that.
It's not right.
No, that's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. Yes.
Yeah, chapter number 6 we'll discuss soon, you know. Really, it's coming now. It's almost finished, yeah, chapter number 5. Yeah, Wednesday class, yeah. Chapter number 6 coming soon, yeah. There are a lot of things to debate. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody, yeah, no? Yeah.
To page 38 in the prayer book. Dedication of merits. Due to this merit, may I soon attain the enlightened state of Guru Buddha, that I may be able to liberate all sentient beings from their sufferings. May the precious body mind not yet born arise and grow. May that born have no decline but increase forevermore. Page 55. Om Swasti. Like the countless light rays that radiate from the ruby mountain, exquisite Amitayus, Lord of everlasting life, who captivates and one does not tire of seeing, whose essence is of infinite life, the nectar of immortality. Please instantly grant our Guru the city of stable and everlasting life. You are intelligent and skillful in upholding the traditions of Buddha, spreading the holy Dharma through explanations and practices, in order to lead disciples onto the path to liberation. You are the one who is an unequal guide. Please live a long and stable life. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to enjoy excellent health. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to live a long life. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru that your Dharma activities spread and flourish far and wide. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to bless me to be never separated from you. In all my future rebirths, may I never be separated from my perfect Guru. May I enjoy the magnificent Dharma, and by completing the qualities of the stages and path, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Om Guru Vajramuni Sasana Vimukti Soha. 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 Page 40.
Yeah, 40, Mixama.
Meg Mesa Weta Jen Jen Reze Dream Gang Pe Wang Bo Jambe Yang Ganjen Gebe Zu Gen Ganchen Gembe Zugen Zongaba Lozandra Bejala Suade Me Mezawe Tajen Jen Reze Dreame Gembe Wamo Jambeya Ganjen Gebe Zugyen Songkapa Lozandra Bejabla Suvade Om Benza Sato Samaya Manupalaya Benza Sato Denoba Dido Drido Mebawa Sudokayo Mebawa Subokayo Mebawa Anurado Mebawa Sarvasidi Meprayaza Sawa Karma Susame Jitam Shriyam Guru Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sawa Dadagata Benza Mame Masa Benza Bhawa Mahasamaya Sato Ahube.
Oh yeah, thank you.